Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back. It is episode 62 of career mode. I feel like I owe you guys an apology really. I was terrible in that last episode, not just for gameplay but for commentary as well. So today let's pick it up, shall we? Let's get back on track. We are top of the table right now on the back of our win over Strasbourg, 2 clear of PSG and 4 clear of Strasbourg themselves. January window opens today. We've got match day 7 and 8 of the Champions League phase, where there is still a chance we could qualify despite a diabolical European campaign, at least in the playoffs, and we had the Super Cup versus PSG and the French Cup away against Bastia as well as we begin our trophy defense. There's loads of stuff to get through today. We'll jump right into our first game, and again, pick it up, Docksy boy. How about some cheerful tones instead of the depression in the last episode? Our first game is FC Nantes, struggling right now in the bottom 3, away from home at Lyon. I can always tell when my mind is starting to get a little too negative for anyone's liking. And yeah, it certainly has been over the past couple days. I think it's just a frustration, really, like the tiredness, but also just the fact that, like, you know, it's hard when you're at the bottom. You know, it genuinely is. It's very, very hard to be at the bottom, especially now with the gap in terms of quality of life between those who have and those who have not. But still, that's no one's problem but my own. I've got to learn to deal with that. Freddie could have gone through there. I tried to beat the current defender with skill, wrong move. Sometimes just knows to hit the ball, Docksy boy. Oh, but preferably hit the ball in the back of the net. Yeah, we're really struggling recently, despite the fact we are top. Just poor form, very inconsistent, and really it's been like that for the whole season, to be fair. The fact we're still top is less of how good we've been, but more of how poor the chasing pack have been themselves. I like that, thank you. Freddie, slides it through the gap. We'll play advantage though, please, ref. We've got a great chance here for Fana. Sorry, Gomes here. I keep getting those two mixed up. They're on the other side. Just Gomes finishes, and Lyon do have the lead. It was coming 21 minutes in. Great start from the beginning, and this is what we need to do as well. Move the ball a bit quicker, with a bit more pace. Find the openings and take the chances. Gomes with the early opener. Lyon deservedly in front. And here we go. Here we go. Better from Lyon. That's better. That's better. I only got myself to blame for recent form. That's better though, come on. A little under the weather at the moment as well. I know that's not helping either, but... Oh, great save, Nkambadio. Ultimately, you know, how often do we talk about this? Not everything in life that happens to you is going to be your fault as that header drops wide. And it still remains at 1-0. But it is your responsibility to do something about it. This has been a challenging second season with Lyon. I was frustrated with the lack of money we were giving at the start of the window. As cool as it is for the challenge, it's still frustrating. The kind of Tracy transfer request as well. But ultimately, I've got to do something about it myself and not look to blame others. My gameplay's been poor. I've been inconsistent to start the season off. I've not been scoring enough goals. Don't point the fingers at anyone else, Docksy boy. It's on you to sort it out, son. To be honest, I don't know whether I will play another season with Lyon. I was planning to do at least 3 at the Groupama Stadium, but based on the frustration I've had this campaign, I'm not sure. We got to win at least one more major honour, no doubt about it. We won the Coupe de France, and we need to either retain that or win Ligue 1 this season before I think about leaving. I'm not leaving without another major honour in the cabinet. I know we're not going to win the Champions League, so I'm not even going to consider the possibility of that. But yeah, we've got to win at least one more thing. But if we do, I might make this my second and final season and call it an early exit. But anyway, following game, and it is a chance to win something here. It's the Trophée des Champions as we take on PSG in the French Super Cup, last year's Ligue 1 and Coupe de France winners meeting. But this doesn't count, man. This is a minor honour, but I would still like to win it. Allez, Lyon. And of course, with this game being played at a neutral venue and a generic stadium within the game as well, we may well not be in France for this game tonight as well, because as we've seen in recent years, not just with the French Super Cup, but particularly the Spanish Super Cup, and that's had a lot of controversy over the years with being hosted well away from Spain itself, but also France's Trophée des Champions as well. That's worth pointing out. You know, this year it's going to be in Kuwait. Just looking it up now, I remember last year's was in Qatar, I believe. I'm pretty sure they've played in America before. I think I might be wrong about that, but yeah, it's been played in several different countries, not just France. And you know, we've seen that Spain will be doing that. And there are rumours that England have been considering doing that for the Charity Shield as well. I've been asked my opinions on this before and whether I think that's good for the game. Honestly, in terms of growing the game globally and bringing more global fans to the game itself, to the league, to the clubs that are involved in the competition, it's a good thing. But what I would say is this, it comes at the expense of prestige. You know, if the competition, what a ball that is, if the competition gets hosted so far away, oh, what a save, Miles Villa. from where the fans are, then at that point, it feels like a mid-season friendly. Do you know what I mean? And it's why I've never really been in favour of, the rumours that we're seeing that maybe some La Liga games may well be hosted in America in future years. Great for the game's reputation and growing the game globally, but at that point, I'm not one to say game's gone, but it does kind of devalue a little bit, in my opinion. It's why, and this is a huge controversial opinion here, and I know not everyone's going to share this, and that's totally fine. As I always say, everyone's entitled to their own opinions and beliefs. But what I would say is that NBA London, for example, or maybe NBA Manchester, I know it's been rumoured to be happening soon, NBA Paris, NFL London, whatever the case may be, it means that the American sports, the NBA, which, as you know, I'm a massive fan of, gets to be hosted in a a country close to mine or in my own country too. I'm not a fan of it. Personally, I'm not a fan of it. Let pre-season games, listen, bring the NFL to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Pre-season NBA games, bring the Charlotte Hornets and the New York Knicks to Manchester. I'd love to go and see a game, but why does this keep happening, by the way? But a regular season game? Not for me. Not for me. I think that's very, very unfair. Not just on the teams, but on the fans of the teams themselves. And I feel the same about football as well. You can't host a competitive game away from your home country, in my opinion, unless for certain exceptions, of course, not just for commercial value. That's just my opinion. But anyway, great finish by Freddie Farbre. Missed a sitter in the first half, as he likes to do, but does make up for it in the second. And to be fair, I've had a really solid game right there, man. Leading by 1, could easily up by 2 goals. And disappointed to surrender the lead soon after as well. Good finish by the Georgian, 1-1. This has been a really, really good contest. Does appear as though it's going extra time, but PSG might win it. That's an awkward one for Incambadio. Delgado bravely heads it away, possibly saves us in the process, and forces penalties. Well, I have to say, that is Delgado taking one for the team. Probably getting an injury for a few weeks, but ensuring we'll at least take it to penalties. A lottery to spot kicks to see who wins the French Super Cup. If we win this, let Delgado lift the trophy, man. Let him lift it, because that is taking one for the team and then some. And I don't want Freddie taking a penalty, man. He's missed it. I'm hiding Freddie. I'm hiding him from the spot kicks, man. He just misses so many easy chances. I can't have him taking one. I just do not feel... I say this all the time. There are certain players where the rating, it doesn't really matter. It's how confident you feel, man. I do not feel confident with Freddie Farbre taking a penalty. Delgado would have him at number 5, actually. He wants to smoke. And let's see if Lyon can win a penalty shootout to give us the French Super Cup. Now, my 2 penalties this year have gone to the keeper's left, and they've saved them both. So this time, we're going to change corners, and Sacco, rightfully, does send the keeper the wrong way. So perfect start for Lyon, but now Incambadio, I need you to give us the advantage. It will be Vitinha to take it, and he scores. My general rule normally is if you score that way, you go that way again. So let's do it, yeah? Gomes, top left against Miles Fila, and again, keeper sent the wrong way. But let's see if PSG are going to change. Varach Kadir, who scored the leveller in normal time. Oh, he blazes it onto the top of the bar. And now Lyon have a chance to go up by 2 in the spot kicks. Ayew scores. Oh, PSG are in a bit of trouble. They went left both times. I'm going to try and bait Dean here. Oh, and it did not work. But we've gone that way each time and scored. Surely Miles Fila is going to clock onto this. Hopefully not. Oh, well, he did, but he didn't get anything on it. Tyler Morton scores, and that means that PSG must convert from this one. Otherwise, Lyon have won the Super Cup. They've outfoxed me each time. Oh, and I went the right way, which can get anything on it, but it does mean that Delgado, to be fair, this will be really fitting. Delgado, who forced the spot kicks, can win it for us if he converts. Svila guessed the right way the last time. I haven't quite done very well with the radar there, but it doesn't matter because it clips in off the post, and Lyon have won it. You take one for the team, you get rewarded for it. Delgado the hero on both ends. Lyon have won the Super Cup. Yeah, I think we deserve that as well, personally. We're the better team out there. I think we deserve to win it in normal time, in my opinion. But Delgado, I love that, man. How often do I say it? If you're willing to do the dirty work, you deserve a reward come the end of it. Delgado got it. Forced penalties with the late heroics. Got injured in the process. And then hit the winning penalty as well to be Lyon's new fan favourite after only being here for a few months. There's a sprained knee injury, as you see in a moment, so he's done for 4 weeks. Big blow that as well, because he's been consistently brilliant at left back, but even so, great to get our first honour of the season, even if it is a minor honour. Probably one thousands of miles away from France itself. Anyway, following game, we'll jump into it, and it is going to be SC Bastia in Corsica. Once again, we faced them last year in Corsica on the island on our way to winning the French Cup, and we begin our trophy defence here as well. SC Bastia away for the 2nd year in a row in the French Cup. Allez Lyon. Well, second half is getting underway in Corsica. We are still deadlocked at 0-0 on the island, and as things stand, going to extra time again. Well, I mean, it was penalties in the last round straight away, but even so, not getting the job done in 90 minutes. And yeah, a little tired heading into the game, a couple of tired legs out. And nice to see it though, because we said before, like the fitness problems last year were totally exaggerated. But how often do we say this? It's literally EA in a nutshell, man. There'll be a problem with their game, with something being overpowered or just a bit too impactful, and then they'll nerf it, and it's like, no one wanted that, EA. It just needed some tweaking. Like, when are they going to learn, you know? But yeah, this season, as we know, they were basically, oh, great ball through, and Freddie will open the scoring. No problems with fitness at all. Now, there's a few problems with fitness, but this guy, whether he's tired or not, is always a guaranteed starter, and he opens the scoring. Lyon in front. Yep, classic Lyon performance, getting our noses in front and grinding it out. Really poor game. Bastia just dominated possession. I barely had the ball, but didn't need to. Got the goal, got the win, into the next round. Let's see what we got. Yeah, if you're playing career mode this year, then you will know since the recent patch, my goodness, the gameplay's changed a lot, hasn't it? It's got so much slower. And again, I said this in the last episode, man, I'm not against it. I want to be clear, I'm not against it. But the AI have got to do stuff with the ball. Do you know what I mean? It's all well and good them having the ball, but guys, do something with it, man. It's not all about pass accuracy. But anyway, in the following round of the Cup, we'll be taking on, as we aim to defend it. Oh, tough one there. AS Monaco at home. Looking forward to that. But that's a really tough game against one of the favourites to go and take it away from our trophy cabinet. Right, following game. Don't want to jinx it, but Lyon finally starting to get back to their best. 4 wins in a row in all competitions, and now taking on Metz at the Groupama Stadium. And a really good chance here to go further clear at the top. 4 clear of PSG and could possibly be 7 clear come the end of 90 minutes. Next up, Metz at the Groupama Stadium. You might have seen pre-game, Diawara has asked for a transfer. Totally fine, because he is a squad player, and with the arrivals of 3 new DMs this season, it's going to be even harder to get him to game time. I do like him, to be fair. Started that game against Bastia, but yeah, I understand why he's looking for more game time now at his age. And like I say it all the time, man, but it's fine. It's fine in those kind of cases, man. Zatangana can't pull the trigger. You know, the Tracy deal made no sense, but that one, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. It makes complete and utter sense. It is accurate, you know. But anyway, I can't sell him. I can't sell him because he's one of the 4 players we've got for the homegrown ruling. So, because I can't afford to bring back Barcola or Rayan Cherki, he'll at least be seeing out the season, although he won't be here next year. Though, to be fair, neither will we. I don't think we'll be doing another year unless we do end up trophyless, or major trophyless, I should say, on the back of winning that French Super Cup. Sacco. Oh, Sacco! What a goal! What a goal from the Ivorian number 9. In a season where we struggled to score goals, let alone nice goals, that is in the compilation as an absolute beaut. But why is this happening since the patch? EA have messed up the replays? What's going on? Why does this keep happening? I have to get like a custom replay, because what is that? Why have they done this since the last patch? Why are the replays now completely messed up? Gotta start getting my own replays now, since EA have messed them up since the patch. It's just classic EA, isn't it, man? It's like 1 step forward, 19 steps back. Anyway, Lyon in front. What a huge win this week, because if we do hold on to it, 5 wins in a row in all competitions. And again, I don't want to jinx it, but finally, it does feel as though Lyon are getting back to the best that we showed at patches last season, on our way to winning a major on a good save on Combadio, and hopefully this year on our way to defending the cup and maybe winning a league and cup double as well. Still up by 1. Good save by the shot stopper. Watch the through ball. There it is. There it is. Oh, what a turn. What a goal. What a goal that is at Mets level. That's an amazing bit of skill. To be fair to Mets, they deserve that level. They've had a really good game. I've not been at my best, despite scoring a sensational solo goal. And speaking of which, this guy's known for that kind of stuff, though this season hasn't been exactly at his best. Fofana steps inside. Oh, it's wonderful. And oh, right on cue, it's like I spoke it into existence. Not a great season for our number 11 this year, but that was majestic. Second of the campaign. What a solo run. Once more, you have to say Lyon not at their best, but once more Lyon getting the win. This time not by luck, but through skill. 2 sensational solo goals from Sakho and Fofana, giving us the 3 points, and it's now 5 in a row in all competitions, if you count that PSG Super Cup win. And finally, it does feel like Lyon are in proper form for the first time this season, but for the following game, this might be the toughest one. It is Qarabag away, heading into this one here. Match day 7 of the Champions League phase, where, as we know, if we fail to win back-to-back in Azerbaijan and the Czech Republic, well, there's no chance of us even making the playoffs, and our European adventure will come to an end this season. So, penultimate game, match day 7, Qarabag in Azerbaijan, a win, or we go out tonight. I often say that one of the biggest issues I have with EA's gameplay is, at times, lack of immersion. Things have improved over the years, there's no doubt about that, with, at times, more realistic crowd chanting, not always, but of course more real stadiums in the game as well. But it's why I often say, like, you know, you can be away like we are right now in Azerbaijan, or you can be away in, I don't know, Spain. And sometimes it doesn't really feel like, you know, you're in a different country for either of those games. You know you're away because you're playing in your away colours, but, like, other than that, it's not, oh, good save in Cambadio. It's not really giving you the feel of being in a totally different region or perhaps continent. You don't really feel that way. And that, to me, is what I want EA to work on, man. Making the games feel so much different based on where you are. Not just being either away or home, but where you are away from home. Oh, Bawadi almost got the keeper out, and Qarabag clear. That's Angana to Mesa, and Fabre looking for a bit of space, hits one, good save, and cleared away. Sometimes when I'm taking on a team with a lower rated goalkeeper, I do like to try and test him early, try and catch him out, but I mentioned before, long shots in this year's FC do not really work like they used to, and it's good they've been toned down, because speaking of the things we were discussing earlier, long shots last year were just far too easy to score, but this year I don't score a great deal, I'll be honest. Hence why I've got to get the ball inside more often than not. But for that moment, it's exactly what we did, and it's how we got the breakthrough. Maita gives us the lead, but again, we've got to win back-to-back to have a chance of making the playoffs, man. So far, so good, but long way to go tonight. It's another classic Lyon performance, getting our noses in front early and grinding it out from there. A 1-0 victory away in Azerbaijan for a much-needed victory in Europe, meaning going into match day 8 away against Slavia Prague. If we win, we'll guarantee a playoff place, but fail to do so, and we'll probably exit in the league phase. A chance still alive, though. That's all I was asking for, and we've got it. Right, 2 more games then. We'll end on that trip to Prague. Following contest back home in France. The long trip back home to France, but away from home from the Groupama Stadium. Next up, Nice away from home. Right now, 4 clear of PSG and 9 clear of Strasbourg, Stade Rennais and Monaco. A chance to extend the gap at the top of the table and stay in pole position. 6 wins in a row in all competitions. Let's make it 7 on the bounce. Allez, Lyon. There's a reason why I'm not getting too far ahead of myself though right now, despite having the 4-point gap, and the answer is very obvious. What happened last season? What did we see? PSG started the season off so bad. I think they were 9 points behind Strasbourg at one point at the beginning of the campaign, and they won the title by 8 points. I mean, it's ludicrous, man. They could literally afford to take off a quarter of the campaign, possibly even a third, and still win the championship by several points. They are just that good. They are just that dominant. And it's why we might be 4 clear right now, but like I said before, pole position or not, we are still underdogs from this point here to win Liga. We're going to have to be very, very good from here on out to keep them at bay, because don't forget, we still got to play them. Oh, ball for Fofana. Yes! At the Groupama Stadium in the second half of the season. 8th in 10 games for our number 10. Lyon in front. 2 new strikers signed for this season to replace the outgoing Connor Tracy with 2 completely different styles of play. Mohamed all about the strength, the shot power, the aerial ability, and Saka all about the style, the flair and the skill. But with the former for this game, hasn't let me down, he's got the opening goal. And a lot of shot power on that as well to rifle it into the top corner. Fabre demanding the ball quickly, because if we play this quickly here, it's not quite worked out how I wanted, but that's Mohamed doing what he does best, and Fabre doing what he does best. He sees things that others don't. He quickly gets the ball for a throw. We quickly go through, and he says, did I do that? Yes, you did. 6th in 19, just under 1 in every 3. And Lyon are 2 goals up. But again, Mohamed not getting the goal, but a headed assist. Freddie on the half volley gives us the 2-goal cushion as we aim to stay top of the table. That's a brilliant executed counter, that. Oh, Morton wins it back as well from kickoff. Dinks it for... Oh, whoa. Defender goes walkies. Oh, that would have been an amazing goal. Off the crossbar. Lyon have got their groove back, man. Lyon have got their groove back. Last episode, I was miserable. I was all over the place. I was poor, but this has been so much better. What a goal that would have been. Oh, this has been a sublime performance from Olympique Lyonnais, and long overdue in the grand scheme of things. And we might even put the icing on the cake here as well. Freddie Fabre almost did it with one of the goals. So that is so much better, man. And this is the point, man. We can play like this. We can perform like this. It's just a lack of consistency that's been our Achilles heel, but no such problems recently. It is now, I think, 7 wins in a row in all competitions, if you count the PSG win in the Super Cup on pens, and Lyon staying top of the table. Following game, heading into this, we'll end on this as well, on a great run of form, and what a time to go into it. Match day 8 of the Champions League phase, away in the Czech Republic, Slavia Prague, where again we must win to have a chance of finishing in the playoffs, otherwise we'll probably drop out of it. But considering where we were heading into today's episode, it would be great to know we've at least salvaged our European competition and we'll make the playoffs if we win tonight. Final game, Slavia Prague away. Yeah, I must say, regardless of what happens tonight, it's pretty remarkable that we even have a chance at making the playoffs, considering how badly we began our European campaign. Only 1 win in our first 4 games, and I'm still so annoyed about that Lazio game. I still remember it, because it's one of those where it's like, those are the games you don't forget about. You know, you don't forget the thrashings, you don't forget the big beatings. You know, you remember the games which, you know, you dropped the ball in big time, man, and I did. We should have won that game, and had we done that, we probably would be through to a playoff place already tonight. But instead, having to win away in Prague, tough situation to be on. Let's see if we can capitalise on what has been a really good run of form. Freddie puts his man on the floor and sees the keeper off his line. Worth a go, and keeper in the end actually lost his bearings a little bit and had to turn it behind for a corner. Still 0-0, but if anyone's going to score from there, it's going to be Freddie. And from the delivery, it's headed on. And it'll not be for a crucial interception. There was a man in the far post, waits to tap it in as Bouhaddi fires just wide. Fast start, but still 0-0. We'll have that Tyler. Yes, well in, son. As he goes down with the injury as well. He's in pain. Game stops, and that's more than done for the season. Finally, Finally, we're starting to get injuries, man. I love how I'm clapping on the sidelines, knowing my player's probably out for the season. But just in general, this is the one thing I will say which to their credit has been a really good change in the recent patch. No injuries at all at the start of the save. Now we're finally starting to get quite a few as well. And I would say as well, despite the sliders being so high, I'd say it's actually quite a realistic rate at the moment. It's not happening every game, but every few games we are getting some injuries. And I'd say that's realistic considering our low amount of depth, but also the amount of games we're playing. Pretty much always at least 1 in the week, and long travels in European ties as well. About time, EA. I'll give you credit for this. This is a much welcome change. We needed this. Freddie to Bouhaddi. Nice slip ball through to find Gomes, who hezzies a little bit, then clips it through to Fabre. Oh, Freddie! Oh, he looked like Dennis Bergkamp! Freddie Fabre with the opener, and Lyon have the lead in the Czech Republic, but Freddie Fabre, first in Europe, but what a way to get it, man. This dude, he has the composure and the anticipation that is just, absolutely electrifying. It's just glorious. I often say there are certain players you're using where you feel in complete control of them, and that's not a statistical thing, it's just the way they feel for you. That is Freddie Farbre for me. I've only really felt it with, I'd say, a handful of players. Farbre is one of them. I feel like every time the ball's coming to him, I know what I'm going to do before I do it. In a night where we had to win to have a chance at finishing in a playoff place for the Champions League, we looked to the captain, we looked to the hero, and he produced a moment of magic to get us the goal. Not quite Dennis Bergkamp versus Newcastle, but not far off it. Unbelievable bit of skill for a player who I would say I feel like is one of my top 5 players ever, and I mean it, after just 18 months of in-game football with him, that I feel like I'm in complete control of, more than practically any other hero I've ever had. Sensational. Let's see who we got in the playoffs. I was giving you my top 5 players that I feel like I'm able to use in a flow state. Oh, it's a tough one, that. So I'd have to think about it, but I'll give you 3 straight away that I know. The OG hero, Marcano, of course, no doubt about it. I was just on it with him at times. Definitely Mbanyang. I think the best of the bunch, in my opinion. Who we got? We don't know yet. Niang, I think, is the best of the bunch, in my opinion, in terms of like complete control over. But there it is. It's going to be Feyenoord in the playoffs, and definitely Freddie. But that's it, guys. We'll leave it there. It will be Feyenoord in the playoffs, and I think we'll have that in the next episode as well. We'll leave it there. What a way to close out the episode with... Have I done the table? Sorry, I probably should have done this first. But these are the teams that have bypassed the playoffs. This is the top 8 for you. And these are the playoffs as well, where we will indeed take on Feyenoord, the Dutch side, in the last 16. Freddie Farbre dragging us into the playoffs. And let's see if we can take out the lads from Rotterdam and make the official last 16. But yeah, that'll do it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, if you hadn't, please drop a like. Watch off. You all have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more games in Ligue 1, aiming to keep PSG and the other chasing pack at bay. Right now, 4 points clear with 15 games to go. We'll have, I think, both legs of that Champions League playoff round, and we'll have the French Cup last 16, where we take on AS Monaco in a massive battle as we aim to retain. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.